welcome to my channel. Today I am bringing to you a layout with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and I am using this paper from my kit, which is from 49 Market, and it is the biblical file, and it's the Vintage Artistry collection, and this is the sage colored paper, and it's super cool because it has this stitching on it, and you do get these stitched frames. In my kit, I actually bought from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, which I'm part of, and Christina Sorge puts a kit together for you if you want it every month, and this is the kit I asked for. So I am using these Bull Bunny butterflies, and I decided to do a little bit of embossing on my page. Unfortunately though, the embossing powder that I used did not show up very well on my layout, which I was very disappointed in. But it's okay, it's all trial and error, and this is what happens with mixed media sometimes. And I mean, it didn't ruin the page, you just can't see it that great, and so it didn't bring out as much as I wanted to. So now I know I have to buy a different embossing powder, which I know which one to buy now. So as soon as I get it, I'll let you guys know, and I will try it again. But I did go in and try this, and I'm just pouring the embossing powder on top now, and I'm just shaking it around a little bit to make sure everything's covered, and then I pour it into my little sheet that I have underneath to collect it all and put it back in my jar. And that's it. And now I use my heat tool to heat it up. Now, so you could see that one there, but the other ones you can't see as well. So, unfortunately, it didn't work out the way I wanted. Next time, right? But it doesn't look bad. So now I'm going to use these beautiful stitched frames that came with my collection that Christina put in. And this is also 49 Market. You could purchase these from them. And I believe scrapbook.com has this collection. And I'm sticking a couple strips underneath, you're going to see in a minute, in this little tag. And I'm just kind of building my layers now of how I want my composition to look. So now I'm coming in with some flowers. These are Paper Studio and Prima. I'm using a mixture of the sage colored flowers with some antique color to them, like creamy flowers with some antique vintage to them. And this is kind of how my composition is going to look. And I also got these die cut leaves, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And they're like 3D like, and they're super pretty. And they also came with this collection as well. So I'm just sticking them in different spots and kind of seeing where I want everything to go. And I'm going to stick this butterfly and little clock that I had, and this little picture frame, and this little ephemera piece I'm putting on top of that picture frame, and a flower at the bottom. But first I want to go in and I want to color this cheesecloth that I had with some of my Distress Oxide, which is sage, and it's the perfect color to go with this collection. So I didn't want my cheesecloth to be white. I wanted it to be a sage color to bring out more of that green. So I'm just going in, I'm just doing this on my craft mat. I dabbed a little bit on, but it was too hard to do that way, so it was just much easier to take the ink pad, just put it right on my craft mat, spray a little water, and just swish it around. And that's what I did. And then, of course, I let it dry. And now you're going to see me put it all together. So first I'm going to go in and distress the edges of this little tag, and I'm going to use my Distress Oxide, my vintage photo, and I'm going to distress the edges with that as well, just to give it a little bit more color, and so it kind of stands out from the background like that. And I'm also going to do it with these strips as well. And while I'm doing that, I just want to remind you all not to forget to check down below. There will be a whole bunch of links of the ladies who are also participating this month in How to Kill a Kit with Style. And each one of their links will be down below, and you can check out what they're doing with their kits this month as well. And you get some more inspiration from others, which is really cool. So I'm just finishing up, distressing the edges and using this vintage photo vintage. I can't even get it out. Sorry, guys. And now I am going to stick a piece of cardboard behind my photo because that's going to give it more lift off of my page, which I want. If I just used craft foam, I wouldn't have as much lift off of my page that I'm looking for, because I like to tuck flowers and other things underneath my photo when I do these type of mixed media layouts. And you'll see now there's going to be a lot going on here. So I'm going to glue down these strips to the back of the cardboard where I want them. And then you're going to see me come in with the cheesecloth that I colored, and I'm going to stick that underneath. Now, I want my cheesecloth to stay where it is. So I'm putting my glue bottle underneath and I'm gluing it because I'm just going to press down. Because if I move it, that's it. I'll never get it back the way I want it. And I loved it just the way it was, just like that. So now that's glued down, and now I'm going to start gluing down all my other pieces. So I use this other little piece here, this little banner. I put that on the bottom, and now I'm just going to start gluing things down. Like I said, the little strips I'm going to glue down to, and I'm just using Scotch glue. I use this fine tip glue bottle, and I just pour my Scotch glue in there. Now I'm going to start gluing down my flowers. Now for my flowers and anything that's fabric, I use Fabri-Tac glue. I get it online. I believe you could get it at scrapbook.com. I believe that's where I bought it, or I could have gotten it on Amazon. I don't remember, but check both if you're looking for it. It sticks really good whenever you use it with any type of fabric, so I absolutely love it. That's my go-to with my flowers or my cheesecloth or anything fabric. So now I'm just starting to glue everything down. Now I'm going to glue down my leaves. These are laser cut leaves, and they are 3-dimensional, and you get them on this huge sheet, and it's from 49 a Market, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You get butterflies and flowers, and it's super, super pretty, and I've used quite a bit already, so I don't have much left, which I'm sad about. So now I'm just kind of moving my cheesecloth, and I'm going to glue down my leaves down here at the bottom, and I'm just kind of going now with the flow here on how I want it to all look. And for my leaves, I did use my Scotch glue because they're plastic, they're not fabric, so it was just easier to use my Scotch glue for those. And now I'm going to do a flower on this side and another, some more leaves. And then you'll see me do my bottom corner in a minute. And I'm going to put that little chipboard there of a butterfly and this little die cut butterfly that I had down here as well. And that little clock, that's a chipboard piece. I put that up there. And now I'm going to put my little cluster down here. And I kind of have my cheesecloth coming down where my frame is going to set right on the corner of that. And I'm going to glue that down with my Fabri-Tac glue. And I'm just giving a little dimension to this little card die cut and kind of framing it a little bit and making it look real pretty. So I'm just distressing the edges and using my vintage photo distress oxide on that as well. And that I'm going to actually go down with some glue dots on top of that frame. It was just easier to do that. And now I'm going to come in with this leaf and I'm going to glue that down on top of my card, and then you'll see me come in with my flower and I'll glue that down. And then I have this tiny little butterfly that was also part of my chipboard pieces, and I will glue that on top of my flower. And there's my little cluster at the bottom. And that's how it's going to look, guys. So now I have these beautiful paints that I bought at, I believe it was Hobby Lobby, and they're like a shimmery paint, and this color green went perfect. I can't remember the name of these paints, I am sorry, but they are very shimmery, and I did get them at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going around and I'm just making a little shadow of the color green behind everything. So I'm just kind of like bringing that color out a little bit from behind my photo and my whole composition around the cheesecloth, around the photo and the flowers and the leaves. I'm just going around the whole thing with just a little bit. And I'm just using a little bit of water and some of the paint and just going around the edges. And I really love how this turned out. It's super, super pretty. I love making, you guys, if you have been watching my channel, you know I love making these type of layouts. And I just feel like I'm getting better and better at it, and I'm really loving it. And it just, I just love it. So I hope you guys like it too, because I really like doing this for you guys. And now I'm going in with some glass beads. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and all I'm using is my 3D matte gel, and I bought that online, scrapbook.com, and what it does is it glues the beads down. I'm just using a paintbrush, dipping it in the gel, and then rolling my paintbrush in the little tin there with my beads, and I'm just going around, and they just kind of stick to your paper. It's super easy to do, guys. It's not hard at all. I got the beads at Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. You can get glass beads anywhere. And now I'm going in with the art stones. And these I bought online as well. And I'm just giving it just gives it more depth and more interest and dimension. And it just looks beautiful. And I love, love, love what the stones bring to the layout. It just brings it a whole nother level, I think. And I'm just going around and I'm putting some on my flowers, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm dipping my brush into the 3D gel, and I'm putting it in, rolling it in the stones, and then just laying my brush down on my background. And that's how they stick. And it's just really easy. And I'm putting some on my cheesecloth, my flowers, and around my whole composition, just to bring that attention into the photo, because that's where I want it to be, on the photo. And that's what it does. It makes your eyes go right across, right to that cute photo of my two kids hugging and just loving each other. And I love this photo. It's so, so sweet. And let's see, what else do I do? Oh, and now I'm going to come in with my title, and it's just going to be a door. And I had these wood words, and sorry, I couldn't spit it out. And I'm using my picket fence. It's a white distress spray by Ranger, and I just sprayed it and used my heat tool to dry it. And now I am going to stick that up here on top of my photo like that. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to do some splatters with the same distress, and it's called Picket Fence, and it's by Ranger, and I absolutely love it. This is my favorite paint to use when I'm doing white splatters. It's just brings so much. I just like it better than using white acrylic paint. And there you go, guys. There is the layout. I hope you guys like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Just hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. So here's your close-up, guys. I hope you like it. I really love the way this turned out, but look at those beads and stones. So, so pretty, guys. It just turned out really, really nice. And that's it. So I hope you guys like it. And remember, stay crafty. Bye.